I think they said that like kids started checking out more books from the library. Well, this is
Hmm.
an anecdotal. Like literally, they had you
Okay.
can track the books that get checked out,
Yeah.
and it was like 24% more books were checked out over the past year because kids finished their work early and didn't have a phone to scroll through. And so what do? Pick up a book.
Go to the library. Yeah.
Somebody crow tweeted that with, well, they're still not being social. Their heads are in their books. Like instead of their head being in a phone, it's in a book. And I'm like, you niggas don't want nothing. Like the kids are reading more, and you found a problem with that.
That's crazy.
Like, how
First of
you
all,
not
that's what that's what book clubs are for.
one?
Like,
Welcome
damn.
to Out Trump with Jordan and Darius. My name is Darius. That's D's all up in the area on all socials.
And I'm Jordan. That's Jordy be writing on all socials.
This is our segment we call What's on Our Mind, where we let you guys know, well, what's on our mind.
What's on our mind? We be
Not the
thinking this
most,
shit, y'all.
yeah, not the most creative name. In fact, if you have a better name, let us know. We might adopt it.
Yes, we are open to suggestions.
Yeah, it's something we've been workshopping for a while and just haven't gotten around to it. So, I found out. So when I was a kid, you know how PlayStation 2 had like like physical memory cards, like
Yeah.
the 8 MB, and you know how NCAA didn't have the rosters, like you had player number quarterback. You knew who it was, but
Right, right, right. You knew
they
who it
didn't
was,
have the
but it was no
name
names.
in NIL and stuff, and they were technically amateurs. And
Yeah.
so what I did was like I found a forum of people that played offline franchise modes. And the guy had
Hmm.
the rosters all named, and he was doing things where you would mail him a memory card physically with $20, and he would copy the rosters to it and mail it back to you. That was not a
Gotcha.
universal experience. Everybody didn't do that.
No, that's not. No, no. I honestly, I would always like forget to just like ask for memory cards, so I would just like wing it every time. Uh, so yeah, no, I didn't do that.
I thought
Um,
every kid played offline franchise mode and emailed their internet friends memory cards to have them email
no,
with
I
rosters.
didn't have an email address until I was like
Not email,
15. So
physically
no.
mailed.
Oh well,
Like
yeah. Well, I wasn't mailing shit either. First of all, that seems unsafe. It seems like
this was this was
you could have
pre.
got.
Well, true, but I have like literally lifelong internet friendships based off of talking about offline franchise modes, and
Yeah,
like
I
there was
don't.
one guy on the apparently this is unusual. One guy on the forum, he went through the tedious job of naming every player on the entire NCAA roster,
Yeah, that's
and
insane.
I'm sure he ran up a bag though because a lot of us would buy a memory card blank, put it in an envelope with $20 and ship it to
Yeah.
him, and he would send it back to us. And I mean, shit, he ran it up a band probably just off the top of my head with
Right.
people that,
Robbing kids.
not robbing, that was a service, manually
No, no,
naming all
no. I
that.
feel you. I feel you. Yeah, I
Like,
feel you.
nah, man, he provided a service and I was glad to pay for it because then I got like the names. And then when I imported them into Madden, like I
Yeah.
had Adrian Peterson on the Vikings before he was ever a Viking because I
Ever
had
a
him in
Viking.
NCAA and I mapped
Yeah.
him over. And I was like, that okay, that was not universal. All right.
Yeah, no, that was not, that's news to me. No.
Well, you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
Moving along, you saw the MJ movie, early reviews.
Yeah, I saw it Friday, like right after work. Uh, I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. It literally felt like a concert. Like it was impossible to sit still. Luckily, I didn't have one of the theaters where everyone was like up dancing because that would have been kind of annoying.
Kind of annoying.
We're
Uh,
super annoying. I would have bought another ticket. I would have left and bought another ticket for a later show, even if I had a shittier seat. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. His first of all, his nephew Jafar, who played him, was incredible. It's his first acting role, and hopefully it's the first of many more because he was incredible. Like I legit forgot that that wasn't Michael on the screen. Like the voice, the face, the mannerisms. Um, it looks like side by side, like shot by shot, like type shit. He was incredible. Shout out to Anquan Fuqua who directed it. Of course, he directed Training Day. So he's amazing. I wish it was longer. They're going to do a part two, or at least a part two. I think I heard rumors about a third one, but I don't know. Um, so I do wish we there was more um about his like off stage life, if you will. I mean, there was stuff in there, but it was only a 2 hour movie and it covered damn near 20 years. So there's a lot they had to skip over. Also for like legal reasons, people asked to have their scenes cut, from the movie. So that I think that's part of why the some of the plot felt a little bit watered down, but I thought it was great. Um, the movie really focused on like his relationship with what was his name? Bill Bray, who was his like personal security guy, who basically was Michael's father, to be honest. In terms of just like an emotional standpoint. So I thought they did a great job of showcasing that relationship. I learned a lot about that. Um, honestly, like it was a fun story, but it was like really sad. Like he spent
Yeah.
a lot of time by himself. Like he would like it seemed like he did at least that the early part of his life he didn't have like a lot of friends because he was traveling and he was a child prodigy, so that alone is just isolating, and makes it hard to relate to other kids. And also just that level of fame, I assume people expect you to be different. So there's that like invisible barrier there. Like he spent a lot of time just like chilling watching movies with his mom. Like his mom was basically his best friend.
I saw someone
Um,
say, like y'all don't understand his celebrity. He couldn't like sit courtside at an
yeah,
NBA game because fans would
correct.
act crazy and shut it down. Like he just
Correct.
like you can't like he could not go to public things because
No.
it would always end in pandemonium.
Yes.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, like there's a scene in the movie where he's like at a toy store just buying like fun shit. And like one kid comes up to him and his mom's like, "Oh, can you sign an autograph for my kid? His name's Paula." Obviously for the mom. And then he like you look up there's 5 kids, and you look up there's 50 kids, you look up it's 100 kids in the store, and he's just signing everything for everybody, whatever. So like I can't imagine just like not being able to go somewhere. Like thank God for drive-through because he would he wouldn't be able to eat. I saw a video the other day of him like where he actually had to rent out a grocery store and like hired people to pretend to be customers so you could feel normal. Like that's insane. Like that level of fame is just not healthy or good for any human being. Um,
Clearly,
yeah,
it
so like
was
they
not
really
for him.
yeah,
Uh,
yes, literally.
drove
They
him
show that too.
insane.
The level of fame, and also like just we talk about the Pepsi incident with him getting burned, but like that had lifelong effects, on him. With the medication and just trying to keep the pain at bay. Like he had to wear obviously prosthetic like wigs and stuff like that to cover the top of his skull. And I saw a video where someone was doing his hair and he like was like damn near in tears because of the pain. And he noticed there was a camera on him and he just like stopped because he was just so used to basically performing. So just they did a great job of showing that, showcasing the progression of his vitiligo. He didn't wear the gloves just for fashion. He was trying to cover up the discoloration. So they did a great job of showing that because there was that whole rap of him not being wanting to be black and all that stuff. They did a great job of showcasing that that was never really the case,
Do people
which
not
I never believed
understand that it's
anyway. But
basically impossible to bleach yourself white?
right,
It's not.
like we use bleach every day. Who among us has turned white from that?
Like also like come on man. You thought he bleached his whole body white? Does that make sense
Like,
to you?
I've cleaned the bathtub a few times in my day, and I'm still black, guys.
People just be saying
um,
stuff, man. Like that
they
doesn't
do
even make
like
sense.
they really just ran with that shit, man, and they had him looking like a whole trying to like make him look like a whole sellout for no reason. Um,
That was one of those things. It's like, man, people believed it too. Like that
yeah, people
was
really did. Like they were like he didn't want to be like us. Da, 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 da.
if I may defend people back then, it's hard to
Yeah,
explain that like pre-internet, it was just harder to know things. And like
right.
you couldn't just Google, is this
Google
real?
it.
Can you
Is
actually
this
bleach
right?
yourself?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so word of mouth has a way of traveling and you hear things and you can't fact check it the same. But
right.
through 2026, Liz, it's an absurd. I mean, it's absurd.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to spread disinformation in this day and age, even though it obviously does happen. Yeah, so they did a great job of showcasing that, which I really loved. Um, what else? Honestly, and they he like subtly said it in the movie, but I kind of think he got Bubbles as like some sort of way to protect him from his father. So he rescued Bubbles from a the chimp. For those who don't know, he rescued Bubbles from like a an animal testing facility. And when he got Bubbles, he was like, "Yeah." They were like, "Are you sure? Like that's a wild animal. Like, Mike, I don't think this is a good idea." And he's like, "Oh no, it's cool. Like he's safe. He's great." He's like, "But chimps do not respond well to threats. So they either like you or they feel afraid of you." I looked at his dad, and his dad just like walked in the house. So I don't know if that was part of the rationale behind getting Bubbles or not, but I thought that was it. They did a great job. It was like cute to see their relationship. Also, Bubbles is still alive, which is pretty dope.
Shout out
He's
Bubbles.
actually yeah, shout out Bubbles. He's 43 apparently. He's in some sort of wildlife facility somewhere. I actually saw that Jafar, who played Michael, went and like hung out with him recently, and you could see Bubbles looking at him almost like you look familiar, like, which is pretty cool.
Might have been
Yeah, man.
dead 15 years, man. Bubbles don't remember him.
well, fair, but I mean, he lived with him for a minute. He was part of his formative years. I don't know. They do have very similar like energies, I'll say, just from what I've seen in interviews and shit. Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to the second part. Gotta wait till 2028. Um, yeah, man, props to everyone involved. Obviously, I would have loved to see just more like behind the scenes type stuff, but it was his family doing it, so they're not gonna be like, oh yeah, so this sibling resented him, and you know what I'm saying, like what we kind of speculate on.
One should
Um,
always be skeptical of any sort of biopic biography where the subject has creative control. In this case, the subject is the estate.
right,
But I mean, I never expected this to be like some investigative dive into his life.
right,
Like this is the Queen movie. It's sing along, you know.
right,
Um,
exactly,
and either that's for you or it isn't. And
correct.
so if you want to go to the movie and have a good time, it's for people who want to feel like what it would have been like when Thriller dropped.
Yes, yes, exactly.
And so clearly it's running it up. It's up like 100 million in opening weekend. So
Yeah, just domestic.
yeah, the movies are back, baby. You
Yeah, love to see it.
well, this isn't really an original story, but you tell good stories with people
Hmm.
and not costumes and cartoons, and people will go see movies. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Uh, like, you want to prompt a question about some songs?
Oh yeah, so there was a trending like interview or clip that went viral of one of the franchise boys talking about the song Lean With It, Rock With It, and a staple of our childhood or middle school days. And he was like, yeah, no, that's actually not a dance at all. People just like made it a dance. It's literally just about lean and rocks, cracking codeine. And my mind was blown. So it got me thinking about like all the songs we like as kids we listened to, or maybe that we heard when we were like before we really knew about life in the world, and realizing what those songs actually were about. So like for example, Umbrella by Rihanna. It's all about sex. I don't know how we missed that. But yeah.
Well, so all of the examples I have are pretty much about sex too.
Yeah.
Little Red Corvette, Too Close, Genie in a Bottle.
Yeah.
Um, well, so believe it or not, kids, artists used to use innuendos and actually have
Right.
vocabularies, and it helped
We
them.
miss it.
Yeah. Well, it helps your popularity and you extend your reach if parents can play it around the
Right.
kids and it's an inside joke.
Correct.
But when you just talk about sucking and fucking,
Yeah.
there's no you've severely limited your audience. I was grown before I knew Mystical Shake It Fast or Shake Your Ass, the original one. Like,
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Yeah.
Lil Jon's I Like Them Girls for long. I didn't know it was I Like Them Hoes till,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah, yeah.
was
Edited. Bring back edited versions of songs.
and
Um,
it it benefits the artist if the parent can play it around their children.
correct.
Like
Because they
uh
can grow up listening to your music.
at least with the radio hits.
Um,
Like if you want to your album's your album, but your singles
right.
you should have a clean version. Like
Correct. Yes, yes.
tired of
It makes
seeing
me think of
people at
like
award shows performing songs and half of it's bleeped out. And it's like
yeah, you
you
can't
it's,
like when Glorilla did FNF at like one of the conventions or something, she
yeah.
just had to like
It's like you're just stepping on your own feet,
yeah,
so it's not
yeah, I feel
harming your
you.
artistic integrity. You're running
It
a
actually makes
business
you a better
here.
artist because you don't have to
Correct. And you
focus on
might learn
songwriting.
something. So, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say yeah, like one of my favorite songs off the College Dropout, "Breathe In, Breathe Out." I just thought that song was about cardio for like the longest time, so I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, Little Red Corvette. I thought it was about a car.
Yeah,
Baby, you're much too fast. Thought that was about a vehicle.
yeah,
So that's kind of it's two things why I don't think it happens anymore. I don't think these artists have the range,
yeah,
and I also just don't think
correct.
kids share
Have
the
the
cultural
literacy.
space. Well, they just don't share the cultural space with their parents anymore. And
True.
so when everyone has their own headsets, you're only like it's actually. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it's actually not good when everyone's content is age siloed. Like everything you consume is
I
age
agree.
appropriate. It's
Yeah,
like no, within reason, it's
yeah,
it's good to branch out and consume some of the stuff your parents listen to. Like part of being a kid was, letting you watch a movie that was a little too violent. That probably
Yeah.
wasn't, but like it's it was good. It was good for culture. It was good to
Hmm.
share cultural spaces. It was good to feel like you're doing something a little rebellious. And now that everyone's content is age appropriate and age siloed, I don't think that makes anything better.
Yeah, I agree. Because I think about like the shows I watched growing up. I grew up watching. I watched more shit from the '70s and '80s than I did from the 2000s.
Yeah.
I spent as much time watching Golden Girls and Matlock as I did watching Spider-Man and Fresh Prince and the Batman Beyond series and shit like that. And it did. I feel like it did help me with like just like piecing things together, puzzles, like clues. Just thinking logistically and thinking critically, things of that nature. For sure. So it's back to the song thing though. So obviously we talked about the songs that were about sex that we didn't realize were about sex. Did you have any that were about like other things that you didn't realize what they were actually about?
No, I really don't. I just only had sexual examples. How about you?
I had two. Yeah, I had two. So Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell is basically a stalking anthem. He
Yeah.
pretty much confirmed it a few years ago on Twitter. He was like, "Yeah." That
Yeah.
someone was like, "Wait a minute, read the lyrics, and I think he didn't know the person." And he's like outside their window in the video, and they're like, Was he a
Uh,
stalker?" And he was like, Pretty much."
yeah, what's that Temptation song? Have you seen her? He's like, I see
Yeah,
her face everywhere I go on the streets and even at the picture show. It's like, where are
I
you
think
following
you're.
her around?
Yeah, he's got the trench coat and the shades.
Um, yeah, good old stalker anthems, man.
Yeah, back before it got made illegal.
I I just the most it's not a song, but like the biggest the one everyone talks about is Steve Urkel and Laura Winslow, where they just
Right.
moved their daughter stalker into the house.
Yep.
A generation of men. Well, the ending of the show, spoiler alert, Urkel does get the girl, and
Yeah.
now a generation of men were raised on thinking if you can just wear a woman down, she
Yeah.
might one day
That
like
she would
you.
like you.
And we've had this conversation on the pod before. I don't believe that to be true.
No, no, no. You should never. And also, like, do you even want that? Why would you want that for
Correct.
yourself?
You'll
Um,
never stop feeling like an audition if you do that.
Correct.
So
Yeah.
if you want to audition for your wife forever, I mean, if you want to, that's fine. But I don't really think
Yeah,
that'd
some
be
people are
a,
into that,
a
I guess.
fulfilling life.
Yeah, I agree. I think about like when I think about like shit like that, like dating or whatever, I think to myself, like, is this a story I want to tell my kids? And if the answer is no, then you have your answer.
Yeah, yeah, Steve Urkel was a big one.
Yeah. Who else? Shit, Myrtle and Eddie. It was the converse,
Oh
with the
yeah.
girl chasing the guy.
Uh Family Matters,
Um,
I actually enjoy Family Matters, though I admit it has not aged well.
yeah, it didn't age great.
All the inventions Steve had, it was just like, why are they not rich yet? Like he invented time travel.
Yeah. Didn't he have a teleportation device too?
Teleportation scene,
Yeah.
cloning device,
Right.
shrinking thing.
Hmm.
He went to space in an episode.
Yeah.
It was not grounded in reality. We'll put it that way.
Yeah. Hashtag black men in STEM.
All right, man. So we were talking. I don't know how we came up with this topic,
Yeah.
but I won't do a long lead in. What are some artists that you love who just cannot put together a good album?
Okay. I have a few on here. Um, so my first one is Cash Doll. She's a dope ass rapper from Detroit, but she just has never made a good album. And she's like great features, like great verses, like lyrical ability off the charts, sexy voice, beautiful woman, and for some reason I've just like never liked any of her projects.
I could, if Cash Doll sat next to me at the bar, I'd be like, "Hey, ma'am, how are you today?" I wouldn't
No, for
know
sure.
what
You
to
probably
do.
wouldn't recognize her, but
I
she would stop. She would turn heads in the bar though.
I have never
Um,
heard a single lyric that she has put to
yeah.
wax. So
Okay, so this one is more so just because they haven't dropped in a while. And they're kind of living off like their first like two projects. Frank Ocean.
well, I mean, not dropping is not the same thing as making bad. Like,
Yeah,
Channel
but
Orange is a
like
good album.
no, Channel Orange is great, and fuck, what's the other one? Blonde is fantastic. But some of his other projects, he's kind of like living off that like like that '06 Heat Championship
Yeah.
type shit.
I think he just enjoys living in LA, and
That is also true.
I hear that he's just lazy as fuck. I
Yeah, that's what I hear. I hear he's like
got
basically he pretty much scammed the record labels and he got his money and he's I guess he's just
yeah.
like I cashed out whatever.
He's just laid up in Hollywood sleeping with white men. I think that's just what he wants
Yes,
to do
yes.
forever.
Him, yeah, he's living out Gerard Carmichael's dreams.
I think he's done. They crawled him out of whatever hole.
Yep.
Whoa, they crawled him out of whatever uh place he was in, and
Yeah.
got him to do Coachella for like half of one set, and they were
Yep.
like, "Nah, he's not."
No, yeah. He really wasted them people's money, man. Um,
But I mean, I guess
um,
that makes sense because my first example is Miguel, and Kaleidoscope Dream is
okay,
great,
yeah, that's a
and
good
he
one. Yeah,
just
see,
he can't, he hasn't.
yeah,
But like you'll watch his Tiny Desk, and you're like, this dude is insanely
incredible.
talented,
I don't get it.
and he has great one-off songs, but like look at the outputs. It's Kaleidoscope Dream, and it's just mid,
Yeah,
trash, mid.
I don't understand it.
It's just I don't get it because
Yeah.
he's all the talent is there, and like
Hmm.
he could I've watched his sets more than Tiny Desk, just watch him on stage, and he
Yeah.
has a set list, but it's all just like two songs from this album, one song from over here, three from this.
Yeah.
It's never like he doesn't have, other than Kaleidoscope, like just 12 songs that are cohesive, and it doesn't have to be a masterpiece, but why can't it be good?
Right.
Like
Yeah, I don't understand it. I don't know if he needs better writers or what it is. Um, Even like his features are fucking incredible. Like he elevates every song I hear him on with other people. I don't know why he can't do the same for himself. Um,
It's hard, man, putting together that album, man. Everybody got a hot
yeah, albums
16,
are hard.
you
Yeah,
know?
albums are hard work.
And
Yeah.
it's like, and it has to feel like an album. It can't just be,
True. A playlist.
yeah, like sequencing. It makes a difference. I've been like the last 2 days at the gym, I've been listening to Anderson .Paak's Malibu, and
Hmm.
like what makes a difference is the sequencing.
Hmm.
Like each song flows into the next, and it tells a story,
Yeah.
and they're different, and like you can tell when someone just threw 16 tracks, they went
Hmm.
into a spreadsheet and they were like sort by, just threw it on there.
Sort by title.
Yeah, or they try to game the algorithm by putting the popular songs at the front. And I get
Right.
it, but that's not an album. That's a playlist.
I hear you.
You got another one?
Yeah, I got a couple more. Demi Lovato. I
You
think her
listen to
voice is
Demi Lovato?
not on a regular basis, but I was listening to one of her songs a couple of days ago, and I was like, why doesn't she not? Why doesn't she have like like she didn't have like a smash hit album? I think she's super talented. She can like, crazy pipes. Poor choice of words there, considering um
Wasn't she a
the
crackhead?
addiction issues. Yeah, I was gonna say considering the addiction issue. Yeah, poor choice of
Get
words.
well soon.
Um, yeah, I think she's clean now. Yeah, she's super talented. I don't know why doesn't make better albums. That's one of them. I got Chance the Rapper.
His
He has
last
so much.
project was good.
His last project was good, but he went for like 8 years where he was dropping hot dumpster juice.
What was that album he dropped during the pandemic that was like the "Ooh, I Love My Wife"
Oh, I love
album?
my wife.
Um, uh,
With this cleared CD on it.
New Day, I think it
Uh,
was called.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
That was
Yeah.
really bad.
It was
Um,
offensive how bad that was.
but his
I was
last
washing
project was
dishes.
good.
I was blown away by how bad that album was. Yeah, I heard the most recent one was good. I still have not finished yet. I'll probably spend that sometime this week.
I mean, it says a lot that I
Um,
haven't listened to it more than like the first week it came out, but
mhm,
um, I like throw it on the Bluetooth speaker, get to work, and none of it was like I need to shut the shit off, which is more
yeah,
than I can say for New Day. So.
yeah.
Uh,
No, I thought that shit was like a joke or something. I
was.
love my wife. My next one is Black. Uh, Guy who's the B is a six. Uh, he's otherworldly. I love like the dark emo shit, but it's just that first album which was incredible. He's dropped like just so much forgettable music. I don't know what happened.
Um, my all-timer is Whitney Houston.
Oh, that's a good
Obviously
one.
just an
Yeah.
otherworld vocalist,
Yes.
probably the greatest vocalist of all time. But you
Yep.
just go, and if you ever just like think about it, all the songs you like are just random, you know,
Yeah.
two here, one there, three there. It was
I
never
couldn't
like
make a
there's no.
playlist of her stuff.
I mean, that's the thing. You could make a playlist, but it wouldn't like
Yeah.
she's a good artist because you can grab 12 songs and make a playlist. But if you look at the dates on all those songs, it's all over her career. It's
Right.
never a part of one project. And so,
Yeah.
um, Miguel's the white whale for me though, man. Like I
I
just
feel
keep
you.
hoping he puts it together. I give everything he drops a chance, and I'm
Hmm.
disappointed every time. Who's the artist you'll never quit?
um,
Like just like every time they drop it, it's been mid five in a row, but you're gonna go back for
yeah.
the six.
That actually reminds me that I have one more artist, and this that describes them perfectly. Drake.
Oh yeah, I quit.
I just, I'm like, yo, if I told one of my homegirls, I was like, yo, 'cause he dropped the release date for Iceman coming out May 15th, and I was like, yo, if that shit is not fire, we are killing him on the pod. I was like, yo, because the last what 4 albums have been like so forgettable. Like, there's always
I
good songs,
quit.
but it's just like, what? I don't understand. Like, he had three out of like his first three, four projects were incredible, and then it's like he either stop caring or ran out of steam or try to do satisfy too many different fan bases with the genre switch ups and shit. Um, I want to just like pick a lane and just do that for a whole project.
Take care. Nothing was the same. If you're reading this, it's too late. Run. We'll always have that. But
Yes, yes,
um, yeah, if you're reading this, it's too late. It's probably the last album I would consider good.
yeah.
After that, it's just I don't like you said. There's one-off songs here and there, and
Hmm.
but like it's just so much of it is just so forgettable and
Yeah.
lazy and mailed in, and
Hmm.
nothing was the same. No, great Jim album. You got another one?
Um, that was on my list. I'm trying to think of someone if I can figure someone off the top of my head. I haven't been crazy about like no, that'd be excessive. I was gonna say Cole, but I just hated the fall off.
Yeah, the prompt is artists you love, and I don't love him. So, yeah, you have to be good for me to be disappointed.
Well, the problem is he made a double album, and the second disc after the third song is like so bad it feels like a joke. Like I legit thought like I had the wrong album on, or my headset was like connected to somebody else's phone because the Bluetooth. There's like I was like, there's no way this is. Who told him this is okay? Why are you singing this much?
The last thing I liked from him was 2014 Forest Hill Drives, and that was in
Yeah, that was his peak.
2014, which is 12
That's
years ago.
right. That was his peak. Yeah.
Um,
The
that's a
off
great
season was
album
good,
though.
but yeah, it
Um,
was. It was.
if he toured just that album front to back, I would buy tickets to that.
I
But
feel you. I would too.
um, you know, so you got a prompt about a cause controversial. What is it?
Yeah, so I saw a post on Twitter about DiCaprio urging other celebrities to join a like cause like environmental like wildlife sort of
Leonardo
cause.
DiCaprio?
Yeah.
Okay,
Hmm.
gotcha. I thought you
And
said Kaepernick, and I was like,
oh
he's still around?
nah.
Sorry.
And then somebody like retweeted it and they were just like, basically saying doing the whole thing of like no one ever advocates for like minorities, things of that nature. And which I do like. It was a fair point, the criticism they made. I just, for me, it was just like, okay, well, he, the environment and wildlife is a worthy cause, and we don't know that he's not doing anything for other causes as well. But I guess I got me to thinking that is it because I wonder if they felt the way they need to criticize him because the environment or wildlife is not like considered controversial. Like no one's gonna be like, yes, let's make the worst Earth a better place, as opposed to where, speaking up for the rights of other people is always going to be controversial because there's always going to be people who don't view people as equal, so on and so forth. Or if you speak up for women's rights, or if you speak up for, I don't know, insert like real controversial cause, defunding the police, something like that. So it got me to wondering if a cause has to be controversial to be deemed worthy of fighting for.
So, what's the criticism that he just takes low-hanging fruit and doesn't actually take any
Essentially,
risks?
yeah. Yeah.
Um, it's important to understand, and not you, the royal you, that everybody doesn't have to do everything.
Right.
Um, it's okay if people stay in their lane.
Yeah.
But also just like looking for celebrities to lead the revolution will always leave you disappointed.
True.
But it's just to me, people need to learn how to take yes for an answer.
Hmm.
And if you agree with whatever cause he's promoting, environmental, whatever, whatever, that's fine. Why are you looking for a way to make this bad? Take yes for an
Right.
answer. Like, I just don't. You see this often in politics where,
Hmm.
some oh, you saw it in like, some guy who voted for Trump in 2016 and then flipped to Biden in 2020 and people go, they
Right.
start finger wagging and it's like, well, why are you in this if you don't want people to change their minds?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's just take
I get
yes
you.
for an answer. Um, I understand the frustration and like you didn't know all this and how do you just
Yeah.
now finding this out? And it's like, well, I'm sorry, but the game of politics is getting people to change their mind. And if you don't want to do that, or if you find that or you're annoyed by that, then you need to just find another hobby because this is the game. Like,
Yeah.
like do something
You're
else
right.
with your time. If you only want to deal with people who already agree with you, then politics just isn't the arena for you. And so
Right.
to to wrap that back around, it's like, is the cause good or not? Um, Sometimes also like these things aren't as universal as you want to believe. Like the idea, like you said, like everyone agrees that we shouldn't destroy environments. I'm like, are you sure? Uh,
Well,
like, these
if
things
you have a
aren't
big business, maybe not.
because I'm team tear down the trees. We need more housing. So like every time I see a tree knocked down in a new apartment complex go up, I clap. So like I don't know how
Well, I
like
more so meant like from an ethical standpoint. It's not that's not deemed like controversial.
fair, but I mean, so what's he supposed to do? Like, what do they want him to do? Like, just like you know,
I
join
don't
the
know.
revolution, protest, do a sit-in at a prison. Like, what would make them happy?
Yeah, I'm not sure. And also like artists can speak up. Yes, everybody can speak up. But I mean, as long as the artist uses their art for that, which by and large he has, I would
Yeah,
say. Uh, Obviously, one battle after another. I didn't like the movie, but the message was clear. It was against ICE. It was, against, Antifa. It was against, a lot of these things that we're dealing with today. Wolf of Wall Street was against. It was
yeah.
is a funhouse mirror of commercialism and greed and excess and all that, and what it can get you. It wasn't a celebration of that. I think men may have misunderstood it, but
You'd be surprised. I noticed this in the one battle after another discourse. How many people
mhm.
actually need like a narrator to break the fourth wall and be like, and that's bad. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
because you had people being like they were glorified Perfid's life, and I'm like, what movie did you watch?
Yeah, I know. She was
She
a
was
deadbeat mom.
she was living in exile, probably in some Mexican hut. Like, you think she
Right.
was on a resort out there? You think she was in
Right. Her
Cancun?
actions, her actions almost got her kid killed. She got knocked up by a white supremacist.
She's never gonna see her child again. She's a fugitive of the United States government. She's living,
Correct.
she's probably pissing in a bucket in some Mexican shack.
Yeah.
Uh,
She killed one person in the movie, and the one person she killed looked like her. It was
I think what
The
it is
messaging was
people
clear.
people like wanted the scene of her living poorly in Mexico, and that's what of like
I
they
think,
needed to
yeah,
be that on the nose.
I
They
think
can't
that's what it
fill in the
was.
blanks like we just did. Like her life in Mexico would have been terrible.
Right.
They need
Because
to
we
be
saw
told
Regina
that.
Hall's character's life. Her life was not great, and they were doing the
Correct.
same shit.
Or
So, I
just
mean,
like knowledge of how the world works. Like she's a fugitive
yeah.
United States government. She's not hanging out on a resort in Cancun. You
Yeah,
know,
bro. She wasn't in Cozumel.
like, but people need to be told that they don't
Right.
understand. They can't put that together for themselves. Because literacy
Correct.
is at an all-time low.
Speaking
Um,
of literacy being at an all-time low, so I saw a video today on Instagram, and there's a someone wrote out like a sentence, and they asked kids to read it. I can't remember the exact words, but the sentence was she her dress was a silhouette and something 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 and had the word like gouache or something like that. And the kids are reading it and they stumbled over the word silhouette and extraordinary. Extraordinary.
It
And
does
by the way,
read
these
like
were these
extraordinary though.
okay, but it's either you can say extraordinary and that's still saying the same thing. They couldn't read the word at all, some of them. And these kids were not like 8. You know, they were way too old to not. I heard about the literacy problem. Obviously, I know it because I'm on social media and people are stupid and we see what's going on in the world today. Ignorance is at an all-time high. But to see it in real time, like on video, we might never be free, dog.
Um, well, uh, yeah, it's bad. It's really, really. But I
That
mean, there
shit.
be grown people, who just, I'll be like, did you read what I said?
No, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. Or have you ever like shown someone a tweet and like your brain processes it in like half a second, and then they're looking at your phone for like 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Like that's always like shocking in real time.
Yeah, we need the issue is we stopped failing children.
Yeah,
If you do not complete the coursework, you either repeat it or you're not going to the next level until you complete the
right.
coursework. And if you're 16 years old with a beard driving to middle school, then so be it. But we're not,
Yeah.
you know.
Because there were definitely
Uh,
20-year-olds in my high school.
well, a lot of that's progressive overhaul of education where you don't want to be mean to any kids and this accommodation, that accommodation, you've accommodated them into being 23 and can't read, you know.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
So
Yeah, it makes me like be grateful. Like my parents were hard on us and stuff like that, and super strict and shit. But time like that, it makes me grateful because like my dad would make us do like book reports in the summertime, and he would get us like math books and English books for like the year ahead, and we'd like work on those in the summers and shit. And I always hated it. Um, and I'm not rich, so it technically didn't pay off, but it did pay off in its own way.
the things are not all the time, but things are supposed to be hard.
Yeah.
It's like, you're gonna sit there and read that paragraph, and if you can't tell me what happens, you're gonna read it again. And
Yep.
like, is that all the time? Obviously, but like these kids, man. How you need a mental health day from school? You're a child. You ain't got no bills. You ain't got no responsibilities. You ain't got no boss. Like, what do you? I think we're taking a mental health day from school. From school? I,
Yeah, no, I saw that. There was a parent who like was like they sent a note to the teacher saying could their kid have the day off for whatever, and the teacher was like, "Inexcuse the absence," and the parent was like, "How you gonna tell me it's not excused?"
I saw, like, how the draft was in Pittsburgh this year,
Yeah.
and granted it was because of like transportation and traffic issues, but like school was like excused absent closed like the day of the draft. I
Oh,
think it was
really?
Thursday, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you keep signaling to people that this isn't important. They're going to listen to you one day.
Right.
Like, you
Yeah.
cannot. I'm not anti-fun, but it gets to a point where like, no, things. This is serious, and we need to treat it like it is. And no, you cannot cancel school so we can watch the NFL draft. That's not important, man.
Yeah, I'm like, that's
Uh,
crazy because my parents wouldn't even let us skip school to watch the Harry Potter movies when they came out in theaters.
they will be there when you get out of school. And I know it sounds small, and I know it does, and it's like it's just one day of school. How bad can it be?
Right.
But it's
Right.
reinforcing that this matters,
Right.
and it matters more than a movie that's going to be there on Saturday. Like
True.
it is like you don't like. There's nothing you lose nothing waiting until Saturday to see it.
Correct.
And that builds character, and it teaches you. We have so many adults now who just don't believe in like delayed gratification, or
Right. Right.
that they like something that they want they just can't have at this moment.
Hmm.
Like, it's all downstream of that. I can't tell you how many people just like don't believe in the idea that you just can't afford it. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I grew up my whole life with things like, oh, well, no, I can't just have that right now. And it was not a problem for the government to solve. It wasn't a fucking crisis.
Yeah.
Capitalism wasn't collapsing because I couldn't get a pair of shoes. Like, people,
Yeah.
I just can't
Just had to
afford it.
wait till
You
we
have to
got grown up.
wait. Yeah, that's life. It's fine. Like, part of it is you have to delay gratification. But to get back to the point, I saw It remind me of like people try everything has to be fixed at one time and everything has to solve every problem and everyone has to do everything. There was a district in Dallas who banned
Yeah.
cell phones, right? And during the school.
Mhm.
And after a year, obviously the data is very new and a lot of this is anecdotal, but like I think they said that like kids started checking out more books from the library. Well, this isn't
Mhm.
anecdotal. Like literally they had, you
Okay.
can track the books that get checked out.
Yeah.
And it was like 24% more books were checked out over the past year because kids finished their work early and didn't have a phone to scroll through. And so what do? Pick up a book.
Go to the library. Yeah.
Somebody crow tweeted that with, well, they're still not being social. Their heads are in their books. Like instead of their head being in a phone, it's in a book. And I'm like, you niggas don't want nothing. Like the kids are reading more, and you found a problem with that.
That's crazy.
Like, how
First of
you
all,
got a
that's what that's what book clubs are for.
like, damn, okay, yes, we want them to
What?
socialize too, but can we take this win? Can we just
And don't
take
they
this
have
win?
recess and gym class and like study hall and shit?
They're still being antisocial instead of staring at their phones or staring at a book. It's like, well, that's an improvement.
Yeah, it is an improvement. And by the way, you can't be social if you can't speak
And the
English. So
librarian was
there's
like,
that.
the librarian was thrilled. She's like, kids are they're asking me questions and they're falling into the world with these new worlds and they're bringing like and it's
Hmm.
just they're so much more engaged because again, you finish your work early. There's no Instagram to scroll it. Well, like that's kids use TikTok now, but like,
Yeah.
oh well, fuck it, go to the library. I can't get my phone till 3 o'clock. It's 11. You know,
Right.
like, what else want to do? So take the wins, people. He retweeted a good cause, and that's okay. That's enough.
Yeah, it's okay. We don't need DiCaprio to be Stokely Carmichael, you know.
No, no, and I don't think he do a good job of it in the first
Yeah,
place.
I don't. I don't.
So, all right, we're gonna move on to something I was thinking about, man, and like weddings are about the bride, 100%, full stop. But this is a safe space. This is a guy's podcast,
Yeah.
so for a couple minutes, we'll talk about what we want at our wedding. So,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw it to you first. What is something that you have to have at your wedding?
Uh okay. So I care about three things for the most part at the wedding. Well,
Okay.
four. That I have the right person there. That's step one.
The bride has to be the right one. Okay.
Yes, yes. Then it's I have to have a fly ass tux, something like original and unique to me.
Do you have a color
Um,
preference or are you gonna let her have that?
like what do you
She'll
mean?
let her
Like
have that.
let her pick my color?
Yes. It's her wedding.
Oh, no, I'm asking if that's what you meant. No,
Yeah, yes, yes.
I guess I'd be cool with that. Yeah, I'd be cool with that. Unless it like sucked, then we'd have to talk about
You
it.
would
But
veto a color that she wanted for your tux?
if it was like a trash color,
I
if it was
I
like give me a trash color. I don't know. If it was
fuchsia.
yeah, I'm not wearing a fuchsia suit. I'm not doing that.
If
I'll do
that's what my
accents. I'll
bride
do
wants, I'll
I'll
do
do
it.
the tie with the handkerchief or something like that maybe. I
What's
mean,
the
okay, if
flower
it's like
called?
I was about to say lapel. No. Shit.
Cummerbund? No, that's the wrist.
No, that's the thing on your waist, I
Corsage?
thought. Yeah, I said corsage.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if she really wanted me to, I would do it. Uh
Nah, she can pick the colors. I don't care. I'll wear whatever
yeah,
suit
the
she
color's
wants.
fine. Um yeah, I just want to have a flat ass tux. I do either want to like pick the DJ or like have a playlist or at least some songs that I just need to hear that day at
That's
the
my
reception.
big one. I need to be in charge of the music.
Yeah, the
Uh,
music is my thing. I got to be in charge of the food too. I'm not gonna, well, not in charge of the food, but there's certain things that I just need to have there.
okay, want to elaborate on that? Why are you? Which food are you passionate about?
All of it. I want to have like a smorgasbord of shit. I'm thinking like a sushi bar. I'm thinking like some street tacos, maybe like a food truck. Let me see what else. What else? Gotta have some mac and cheese. That's like my favorite food. Um, anything else? I'm up for anything else. I'm open to. You know. Those are just like
Mac
my
and
small
cheese,
little.
sushi, and tacos.
Yep.
Okay, it's a drunk stroll through Glenwood Avenue at 2 o'clock in the
Which is
morning.
why, and this is why my friends always say my wife has to be a very special person.
I would be totally fine being hands off on all the wedding planning as long as I can
I feel you.
pick the music. Um, uh, I want to wear well, she can just have the suit. It's fine. It's suit, tux, whatever. It's fine. Just let me
Yeah.
pick the music. No live band. I think that just doesn't really work
Yeah.
logistically. And cake. I want a marble cake.
Hmm.
I just want a marble. I love marble
Interesting.
cake. And just let me get a marble cake. You can pick the design or whatever. I just want inside of it to be marble.
Okay.
And I want to pick the music.
I
Um,
just need not whipped frosting.
you don't like frosting?
I don't like whipped frosting. No, I like icing better. Other than that,
I
I'm
just
pretty
to
much
me they're
good.
synonyms. I didn't even think that was two different things.
Oh,
Uh,
got you. But you know, honestly, I got to be in the mood for cake anyway. So like, I'll probably have like do the cake thing, obviously, and then other than that, I probably won't eat much of it. Um,
wedding cake isn't really that good because it's like to make it, they have to bake it so far in advance. It's like stale most of the time. Uh,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
because
Um,
it's not coming hot out the oven.
yeah, that's pretty much all not all I care about. But I mean, yeah, I just want to have like a dope ass reception for sure. A really cool send off, like something unique maybe for the send off. I think that's pretty much it. I mean,
Bachelor party, you want that to be out of town in your home city? What kind of situation you want for your bachelor party?
I'm thinking uh
Not no Thanksgiving strippers.
no, 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 no.
The
I was
callback
gonna
to the
reference. I was gonna
episode.
ref. That's our from our best man review, folks. You do not want to. You definitely want to go check that out if you're a new listener or an existing one. I was
We might
thinking.
even link it. We'll put a link in the notes.
Yeah, we'll put the link in the
It's
notes.
that
Yeah, yeah, we'll
good.
put the link. It is. That's one of our better ones. I was just thinking about a guy's trip to Colombia.
You won't make it back. Uh, I was thinking something a little
Inside joke,
less
y'all.
salacious and go
Yeah,
with
no, for sure. I'm thinking maybe
Vegas.
like, yeah, Vegas, Houston, something like that. Maybe Miami. I don't know.
I hate Miami. Um,
Actually, I haven't been to Miami yet, so I just want. It's one of the
it's
things you just got to try, I guess.
it's not
Um,
for me, but
yeah,
clear. I mean,
Vegas
it's
or
clearly
Houston, maybe.
popular.
Yeah,
I would want to go somewhere with the beach. Like man, I'm a simple man. Cancun works for me. You know, all inclusive resort with the
I feel you.
fellas. Getting drunk in a swim up bar.
Yeah, that'd be
With some
fun.
hoes. It's a cool bachelor party for me. Well, bachelor hoes. Just with the fellas in a swim up bar in a great location next to a beach
Yeah,
with no scantily clad women because I'm
right.
getting married. So,
None of those.
um, you know, but
It's
yeah,
like
I
that Chappelle
love.
meme. You just mush them away.
I'm not. I'm a simple man. Like look, obviously, I like vacation in different places, but man, you put me on a beach in Cancun
Yeah.
with a margarita with a little flower at the top. If I'm
Yep.
solo, give me a book. If I'm with people, just give me a good time. In a Bluetooth speaker, and I'm straight. I don't really need no
Yeah.
Miami South Beach club, all that shit. So,
I
um,
feel you.
anything else you want to add?
Um, maybe like a smoking lounge at the
Okay,
reception for like cigars and hookah,
okay.
something like that, for my peoples. Plus I love cigars and hookah. Uh, I think that'd be pretty dope. Yeah, something like unique to me. Like the weddings I went to last year, everybody did something that each couple had like one thing that was like very unique to them. Like one of the weddings, the couple like literally stopped midway, walking through down the aisle after they got married, and they did a shot together. Like that was very much them.
We're jumping right into this.
Yeah.
Did you see that tweet that went viral about what couples do on their wedding night?
Nah, what was it?
Let me see. Like I know someone who retweeted it, so let me see if I can
Okay,
find it. Uh, this is poor audio. Sorry.
it's all good. I always wondered about that. Like, are you almost so like wiped out from the day before that or the day that you even can't even really get to it?
I have heard people tell me that it's you're very tired.
Yeah.
Like, it is a long day.
Yeah.
All right, so it was like the New York Times ran a special wedding planning section, and this quiz on preferences. Um, 10, question 10. How do you want the night to end? A, eat cheeseburgers, collapse into bed, and call our families. B, invite friends back to our house for an after party. C, storm the local bar in our wedding finery and order rounds of shots. That one's not too bad.
That sounds fun.
Jump in the ocean fully clothed is just sounds like a movie.
That's
That's
that
not
white
real
people
life.
shit.
Yeah. Stay up till dawn dancing the night away. That's fine.
That's cute.
Notable omission. Is nobody
Sex.
fucking?
I think you're probably just so tired, I'd assume.
I don't know. I haven't, but I've had a few people tell me that like obviously you do have sex, but like it's
Right.
not the honeymoon is when you break out, you start swinging from chandeliers because the
Yeah.
wedding night is just you've been up since what 6 and
Right.
you've
6
been
a.m.
on and you're
all
stressed because
day.
you're coordinating like you have a wedding planner, but you're coordinating it all.
Hmm.
It's just a long day. But let me just talk about number A. Eat cheeseburgers, collapse in bed, and call our families. Didn't we just get drunk with them for hours?
Why we gotta call them? I'm confused.
Like,
That's what I'm confused
so
about.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
call my
understand that.
drunk ass family members that I just partied with for 4 hours. What is that?
That doesn't make any sense. Um, yeah, so it's funny. So I actually did do two of those options with my friends when they got married last year. So
Yeah,
one of them we went out, we all changed clothes and then we went out
that's a
and hit some
move.
bars. That was fun. And it was like the first weekend of like college,
Yeah,
like back to school for college. It was like super lit downtown where we're at. And then another wedding, they had an Airbnb for the bridal party, so we all just went back there and had a kickback,
yeah.
and that was super dope. So,
Was the
I
bride
mean,
and
any of
groom
those sounds
present at
fun.
either?
Yeah, they were at both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's. I think I would be tired of people by that time. um, I would. I could see going out. Because honestly, I don't find wedding food to be very good. So like, I would want like to go out with some pizza or something. Let's find something to eat.
That's crazy.
Every wedding I've been to is just like chicken or steak, both lukewarm, bland mashed potatoes and green beans. And don't get me wrong, it's fine.
Interesting.
But
I
like,
had good food.
and so I wouldn't mind going out like bar hopping for a bit, but a kickback with some, nah, man, I've been with y'all all goddamn day. I'm good. But what works is that's the beauty of a wedding is it's the one time you can be
Yes,
shamelessly self-indulgent. And so
correct. Yeah.
do whatever you want to do, you do.
Yeah.
Just don't expect everybody to want to do all of the things.
Right.
You
And then
know,
a lot of couples have like brunches the day after too. So there's
yeah, I'm
that.
not doing that. No. I didn't flew in for the wedding if I did. We did the wedding night. I'm
Yeah.
not getting up and brunching with you the next day. I wish everybody have a good time though. I'm just not gonna be in attendance.
Yeah.
I done went to the wedding. I done bought a dope gift. Sunday is mine now. I'm taking my
I
time
feel you.
back.
Yeah. Also, people get married on Fridays now. It feels like a lot of people get married on Fridays. So you do still have your weekend.
Yeah, it's like, especially if I fly in for it.
Mm,
I always fly in the night before a big event because airline travels can go left, and you want to have that
yes.
cushion. So flying the night before, I'm gonna rest up because the event's the next day. And I don't want to be too fucked up and off calendar for that. I give you the day of the event. That event's over. My time is back to mine. I'm not brunching with you the next day, asking for a 3 day wedding. I'm straight. Um, but you have anything else on that one?
On the weddings, I did go to the beach after one of them. That was fun. That was a good day.
So like, it's fine once the wedding reception breaks, y'all do whatever y'all want. I'm
Oh
just
yeah,
as
no,
a
yeah, it was
groom
a
not
solo.
pulling up
Yeah,
to a kickback or what. I might pull up to a bar, depending on how
yeah.
the night shakes out and what my bride wants to do. But hanging out with you niggas till 3, 4 in the morning after the wedding? No, hell no. I'm straight, bro. I wish everybody involved the best. I hope y'all have a good time.
Right.
Hope y'all enjoyed the food. I'll holler at y'all next when I come up for air.
I feel
But
you.
that'll wrap the segment. If you have anything you want us to talk about, hit the inbox, hit us on all of the socials, all of the above.
Yeah. Oh, real quick, I got one last thing for this topic.
Okay, dope.
Uh, so there was a tweet about the box office for the Michael movie, and somebody tweeted the most famous human in the history of the world is a black man, and I was like, started laughing. I was like, that's true, and then I was like, well, no, Jesus was more famous, and I was like, well, he was black too, so we got we got both of them.
Well, I'm pretty sure Jesus is Middle Eastern.
Well, Middle Eastern. He had melanin.
Like, it's a matter of question whether he
Yeah,
was, a more Egyptian, which would be African American,
true.
but it's you know it's not Black American. Uh,
Right. Yeah, he's not African American,
Michael
obviously.
Jackson was born in Gary, Indiana. That is black.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think Jesus predates the diaspora.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's also the thing too. Like they didn't sort the same way 4,000 years ago or whenever Jesus was
Right.
born. So, Middle Eastern, maybe Egypt. It's up for debate, but definitely not
Yeah,
white. Definitely not blonde hair, blue
for
eyes.
sure.
That's
Yeah, he did not look
literally
like Brad Pitt.
geographically impossible.
Right.
Um,
Yeah, it's like what's more impossible, Jesus being born white in that era, or from no sex. Totally kidding, guys.
oh, I'm not gonna mock people's beliefs, but so, hit the inbox if you have anything you want us to talk about. We'll be here all day, folks. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening, guys. Love you.